Now we come to Thursday's lesson, and here we have a man who's been listening to his friends take on the master rabbi, and he realizes that Jesus is in fact a very intelligent man. In truth, he's impressed with Jesus, so much so, he asks Jesus an honest question in the same way he would ask a respected rabbi a question. What is the greatest commandment in the law? Now, before we get to Jesus' response, please remember that for the Jews of Jesus' day, they taught that salvation came through perfect obedience to the law. So much so, they believed that Messiah would come when they either perfectly kept the Sabbath for one whole day, or they perfectly obeyed the law for one whole day as a nation. For this man, Jesus' answer to this question could be key to ushering in the arrival of the Messiah. Too bad he didn't realize that Jesus was in fact the Messiah. Now, Jesus could have taken offense, but instead he chose to take this opportunity to teach this man and his followers what it meant to truly and perfectly obey the commandments. You know the response. Love God with all of your heart, mind, and soul. In other words, love God with everything you are and everything you have. That's the greatest commandment. And the second great commandment is tied to the first, because loving God also includes this idea of loving your neighbor, well, as yourself. John would later talk about this in 1 John 4:21, where he writes, "And this commandment we have from him, that the one who loves God should love his brother also." Now, you might be thinking, how in the world can you actually command somebody to love? And it's a great question. To understand this command, we first need to remember that Jesus is not asking us to feel love in the same way you might feel love for your spouse or a family member or a friend. We're not called to feel love, but to act lovingly. In other words, this love, this agape love, is a choice to act. It means that I intentionally make the decision to do something to bless you, to benefit you, or to do something that will add value to your life. And we do it despite how we feel, because love is something that we choose. The scribe immediately saw the truth of Jesus' words, and he realized in that moment that love was the greatest gift that you could give to God. That love was greater than all of the offerings and sacrifices combined. Which is why Paul could say, these three things remain: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. And that was our nugget for today. Again, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you tomorrow.